Welcome, everybody. This is actually the first match of the season. We got Darkness Tier 1 and Arc Flash Academy Tier 1. My former tier. Love you guys, miss you guys already. This is actually a really competitive tier here at CGL. Most people think Tier 1, they're just a bunch of golds, low flats. But let me tell you what, there's a lot of value in these teams. These teams work just as hard as the Tier 5, Tier 6 people do the top 5 winners, Grandmaster. Of Darkness, my fellow compatriot, mon Québécois ami, Swiggity Swooty captaining his team, playing on the Diva. You got Tarius on the Orisa, looking at the Kiratic with a new baby, on Junkrat. Gloomy NT is a new addition to their team on Tracer, and their support squad's going to have Eat67 on the Zenyatta, and your soldier, one of my good friends also, playing on the Baptiste. On the other side, we have Arc Flash Academy, Wittycap, Matt, what up? Baby OW, new person, Fox Nightel on the Soldier, Just Buck, their captain on the Junkrat, Rose is on the Mercy, and Mellow Yeti on the Lucio.
Well, it is going to be D9 starting us off, finding that early pick onto the main tank of Arc Flash. That's going to be an important one-man advantage. Now they're going to pursue that kill onto Baby OW as the Sigma goes down. And I think D9 is going to get first control percentage started indeed. They got 3% on the board and counting here. So get things started here on the ball.
That was a really good early aggression coming from Darkness. They are absolutely destroying the tank battle right now. I think that the support abilities right now are showing a little bit, but it's early. I think the jitters are there right now, as this is our first match of the season. Lots of expectations from Darkness this season.
Yeah, I feel like both these teams are pretty high in the pecking order for the Tier 1 teams. We do have D9 with a couple of early picks there. Rez coming through, but they're going to hold on strong here, denying this retake coming out of Arc Flash. But I'm expecting a great matchup here today. Both teams proven to be a top contender here in the Tier 1 scene.
Absolutely. You know, Darkness has actually won a couple of the off-season tournaments. They've placed second and third a couple of times. Our Flash Academy, you know, they placed very high. They gave us a hell of a time in the MTT from Season 6. We actually got the win with them. We got a tire coming out from Critic.
I hate to interrupt you. We got a big one coming in, and that is going to find the McCree. That Orisa was whittled down very low as well. As things are starting to get started here, D9 not wasting any time, putting the aggression on early, catching Arc Swift out here in this entry area. That Orisa still super low, not finding any heals just yet. We did have that amplification matrix coming out from D9. That's going to help secure a couple more kills, and they're going to hold on, 76% and counting here on the board.
Maybe a little bit of a BM from your soldier there, but actually he placed that amplification matrix absolutely perfect. Here comes a big tire coming in from Just Buck, taken out.
See if Arc Flash can get themselves back into this thing. Almost 90% on the board. Tyre is going to find two, and that picks up both supports. They're on the side of D9. Arc Flash now moving in here. Lucio able to pick up with a kill. And they're going to get their Orisa res back up as Baby moves on to point. Overtime Wake of Burn, and Arc Flash should be able to get this thing flipped over. Looks like Arc Flash does have that Sigma ult on live. They have not managed to get this thing flipped. There we go. Okay, they do finally get this point flipped on over.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big tire coming out from Just Buck. I mean, he picked up both supports right. That was able to give them the aggression to go ahead and flip that point, even though it took them a lot longer than I expected to.
Well, Arc Flash does have a good amount of ults in the bank here. They might be able to hold this off for another tech, although we're going to have a lot coming out from the other side. Expect an ult extravaganza here. We're going to open up with a Diva Bomb coming out from D9. That Supercharger there as well. Pulse Bomb thrown into the mix. And between the three ultimates, 2 kills light up the feed. Gloomy coming with another big pick, and this is going to be D9 flopping this thing right back over. It should be taking a 1-0 lead here on Nepal.
Yeah, that was just a little bit too much for Arc Flash to handle there at the end. You know, the self-destruct coming from Swiggity over the top, and then a little bit of a sneaky Tracer Bomb or Pulse Bomb coming out from the side of Darkness. Darkness up 1-0. Arc Flash has got to get their rotations down together right now. If we're looking at it from a purely game standpoint, you know, Darkness took the point rather quickly behind the really resilient tank play of Tarius and Swiggity. Eat is really fragging out with the Zenyatta right now. His orbs are absolutely being focused down. I think Arc Flash has got to work on the back line a little bit, I think.
Well, with that said, Edith's going to go ahead and swap over to the Lucio here as we're going into Village. I agree with putting a lot of pressure coming out of that support line, not allowing Arc Flash any room to work. Arc Flash coming back in, both teams coming through the top as they look to poke and prod, find a weakness here early on Village. We've got the Junkrats going back and forth. Cryptic whittled down super low, and Baby's going to pick up that first kill. And a one-man advantage here to Arc Flash to start us off on Village. Soldier is going to counter back, pick up a kill onto the brick from the other side. And it is a 5v5 here on the injectors, but both tanks for D9 are super low. Tarius is going to go down. Can the Sigma survive? Gloomy taking out the Reese on the other side, so no more main tanks standing for either team. And it's pretty much a stalemate here so far in this back and forth on opening round of Village.
Yeah, I mean, lots of great aggression there from both teams. Let me tell you, Baby OW is putting in some work on the Sigma on the side of Arc Flash Academy, but looking at Swiggity Swooty playing off of his, most iconic diva, seeing him play on Sigma, I'm actually really impressed. This is actually really good stuff coming out from Swiggity. Also, looking at the ult economies on both sides, Fox right now has a little bit of an advantage. He was putting in some work up there on the top.
He was, and that tire could be just the ticket that Arc Swift needs to get back into, Arc Flash needs to get back in this thing, excuse me. And unfortunately, Cryptic coming up with 2 early picks, make that 3, and that is going to shut down any hopes of a retake here for this engagement. Arc Flash back to the drawing board.
It looks like they're getting caught into some choke areas with a Junkrat. I mean, even with the Deadman trigger there, Kiritic picking up kills. He's got his tire online. We've got 2 tires online, but the ult economy right now, just looking at it from a standpoint of yikes. Arc Flash needs to get some work done.
I think they need to be the aggressor here and strike first. We'll see if they're able to do that. Pressure going down onto D9's Orisa from the Junkrat on the high ground. Arc Flash trying to surround them here, but the tire from Cryptic is going to pick off Baptiste. No more immortality field on the board. That was not enough to keep him alive. And now Cryptic putting the pressure onto the main tank, and that Orisa goes down. And Cryptic on this Junkrat showing up and putting the hurt down onto Arc Flash. 75% on the board for D9. D9 does have a few ultimates online to come back in here with. What can they do to turn this tide?
I'm not sure. I mean, they actually had the aggression to actually take the point there. They actually kind of stalled themselves. There was a Lucio and a McCree for Arc Flash Academy, and I'm not sure what happened there. They could have at least gotten the point and try to have a contest going on there.
Well, we're going to get the Supercharger coming out from the defense as well as the Amp Matrix, and that's going to deny any entry. Darkness with a convincing 1-0 lead, taking Nepal here in our opening preseason matchup.
Woo! Here we go with this first map in. I think this is a good cursor for what's going to happen this season. Arc Flash has got to go back to the drawing board and see what they need to fix, as that was a little bit of a anemic performance, if I do say so myself. They've got to really make sure they are getting their teamwork down together.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a few minutes. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be back with some more preseason action coming at you in just a few moments. Welcome back, my friends. We are headed into map 2 here for our CGL MTT 7 preseason game. Oh, I didn't get the... Blizzard World will be our hybrid map for this evening. Now, we did have a question in chat. We do have hero bands coming in to CGL for this season. Billy, who do we have banned out this week?
Bans this week are Reinhardt and Reaper, Moira, and Anna. Absolutely balls for our comps that we've been running for getting ready for this season. Oh my goodness. I think I'm glad that it's getting out of the way in the preseason. Looking at Darkness, Swiggity and his crew are looking absolutely dominant right now. What, if anything, do you think that Arc Flash Academy can do? I know that, we all have our preferential maps that we like to play, Kings Row, Hanamura, things like that. But these are the lesser played maps I think that you'll see during the season. Bullskunk, what do you think we got to do here? What do you think Arc Flash has got to do to make it more of a match?
I think we just need to see some more decisive engagements. I can't help but feel that maybe the bans are working against him a little bit. You know, perhaps used to more of those brawly, deathbally kind of comps. But nevertheless, they got to find a way to get some decisive picks early and turn the tide, get that early advantage. Because I think right now they're looking a little disheveled.
Yeah, I think a little bit of the rust is there too.
Yeah.
There may not have been as much off-season practice for these teams, for this team from Flash, but you know, I know that Darkness for sure has been practicing their butts off.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. They've apparently been coming up with some good strategies. They put in a lot of time. I've heard, you know, some of the inside scoop, some of the hot tub juice, if you would. That they've definitely put in some extra work this week to put on a show for us today and to get prepped here for Season 7. All right. Attack phase has begun. This does look like a first attack from Arc Flash. It's going to fall a little flat here.
You know, while we were discussing all this, and we were getting, you know, kind of the pleasantries out of the way, and the first engage just happened there. Eat 67 on the Zenyatta was absolutely fragging out. He was getting headshot after headshot. He was discording. He was a lot of that defense right there. So I think the backline right now is where Arc Flash needs to get their attention on, because the shielding's good, but they're doing nothing to prevent Eat from just clicking heads right now.
Well, you've got Just Buck here on the Hanzo, and he's already got those dragons online. Definitely been putting some work in. Those arrows landing true. He needs to find those final blows. We'll see if he can get the opening that Arc Flash needs here to unlock point A. We do also have that Pulse Bomb coming online for Arc Flash as well. All coincide into the backline, trying to find a kill onto the Zenyatta. Not finding what they wanted. Forced to recall out, get the heck out of dodge. Dragons coming over the objective, but that Transcendence is there. Great play from Eat once again on that Zenyatta, keeping his team alive and in this game. Swiggy coming up with a big pick. All cold inside coming down. They're going to get the res onto the Sigma here for Arc Flash, but their DPS are struggling to stay in the game. Gloomy with the turret picking off the Tracer, and after a little bit of back and forth, the defense from Darkness here will hold.
Yeah, and I mean, there was a couple of very good ults coming out. Speaking of ults coming out, here comes Molten Core up.
A very late Molten Core coming out there.
Yep. And I do believe that we do have a total of 7 minutes of pause time for disconnects. There's a total of 3 pauses per game that are counted towards your pause total. If at any time you cannot get back to the within the 7 minutes, it is considered a map forfeit, and then you have to use a sub from your side. So, aggression coming in right now.
Oh, Cryptic overextended a little bit, got hooked in, gets taken down. Arc Flash able to find the kill on Gloomy as well. That Zenyatta in the name of Mellow is showing up here, as they are not giving up here on Blizzard World. Whole Hog comes out from Arc Flash. That's going to find the kill onto the Sigma, despite that immortality field there. The Hog does pay for it with his life. Now Arc Flash can go ahead and throw dragons over the mix. Justbox comes up, finds the kill. And it looks like they will finally get point A going here on Blizzard World.
Oh,
Cryptic!
Cryptic!
Cryptic might deny that as he throws a late tire in the mix, takes out the Orisa and the Zenyatta. Now he's going to hurl himself onto the objective. Arc Flash does get the res onto that Orisa, but they still have to deal with this Junkrat. And now they have a Diva in their face on top of it. Overtime Wick is a-burning. Can they get their reinforcements back? The defensive reinforcements look like they're showing up before the offense. I don't know if Arc Flash has enough in the tank to take this thing home. Defense is going to go in and throw the Ant Matrix onto the field. Cryptic coming up with 2 more big picks, and I think Day 9 is going to hold on here for the point A hold on Blizzard World.
Oh, that is gut-wrenching right there.
Yeah, had some last second stalls, but no big heroics coming through. Oof. Yeah,
let me tell you, Karatik with the new baby. Coming in and showing his class with the Junkrat there. He sent that, I believe he sent that tire from spawn, went around the backside of the point and took out not only a healer, but also the Orisa. Had to invest the res there, and that was just pretty much all she wrote. He gave a couple of concussion mines going over the top, got him back on the point, and then he just fragged out with 3 massive kills there. Huge plays there from Karatik for the side of Darkness. Mr. Bull. Exciting? No.
Exciting indeed, especially for fans of Darkness here. Looks like they are in full control of this match. And just when you think Arc Flash is able to finally get a little bit of a grip on it, find that ticket, it just gets snatched right away. By
It's like
Cryptic
snatching
in
a
particular.
lollipop from a baby.
Yeah. Oh,
They
Cryptic,
did
you
get 49.
that dirty Junkrat, just stealing that candy.
It's so dirty. It's really dirty. Better aggression coming out from Arc Flash Academy there. All cold inside, switching over to the Soldier. Actually, was putting in a lot of work on the Soldier there. I think he was also doing it for a little bit of extra healing resources. Question mark? Not sure. But he's been fragging out in the off season as well. I've been watching some of his VODs, and yeah, he's been putting the work in too. So
Well,
lots of work coming out.
Yeah, agreed. All cold side doing some good work here. We'll see if it's enough. See if he can hold on, put up this big defense, and give Arc Flash the tying point here on Blizzard World. Both teams coming up with the Orisa Diva. As you can see, that Darkness is going to go ahead and path around up through Griffin, up onto that high ground, lay some damage down, see if they can find an opening. Arc Flash not rotating to match him just yet. I like this far pick coming out of Arc Flash. I think this could do some work. What are your thoughts, Billy? Oh, as I say that, I curse him.
As you say that.
As I say that. We do get the counter punch coming back, so we do have a 5v5 DPS missing from both teams here on the objective. But Darkness already making their presence known as they're pushing in and muscling the members of Arc Flash right off this objective. Cryptic once again lighting up that kill feed, and I think it's gonna be Darkness taking a 2-0 lead here.
Well, you still got the Just Buck on the far up above. They're not really doing anything to contest him, as I say that.
That Zenyatta Discord, the Orisa's shots on point. Stalls are coming through, but I don't think it's going to last long. There goes that bar. There goes Blizzard World. 2-0. Darkness here in your preseason matchup.
Woo! That is a massive amount of aggression coming in from Darkness. Swiggity has got his team in full working order. This is absolutely dominant. As I was speaking before, Eat 67 absolutely freaking out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Eat on this Zenyatta. What an excellent performance coming out of our support role here. Absolutely tearing them up. Well, you want to see some more killer Zenyatta play? Y'all stick around. We'll be back with map 3 here in just a few moments. Y'all don't go anywhere. Welcome back, my friends. We are here with preseason of the multi-tier tournament, Season 7, brought to you by CGL. My name's Bull Skunk, alongside Chef Billy here in the booth. You know, we're getting it out of the way early, right? You know, so... Right? oh, poor Paris. You get so hated on.
I think that Arc Flash right now is really suffering from the hero bans. I know that my team personally, you know, we're very adaptable. A lot of us play a lot of the tanks, and I think that everybody in these tiers should be able to do as such. I think dive is a very good option here. Some kind of modified dive, either running a metal dive with a Winston and a Hammond, could be good just to kind of speed onto the point.
Yeah.
Just to get past the defense and kind of, you know, punch them in the mouth and get past them and, you know, kind of sink your feet into it. I think that's the problem right now. I think that they've been punched too many times in the mouth. They're a little bit punch drunk, and they're not performing up to their normal, really high standard. Because, I mean, like I said, Arc Flash Academy was one of the top teams in Tier 1 last multi-tier tournament in Season 6. So, you know, the tank play is something that you and I were talking about before we went on air. Is something that is going to really define this next map.
Well, we are going to get Arc Flash starting us off on the defense here as we go into Paris. They are bringing us that Bastion bunker composition. See Buck there on our favorite Gatling gun hero. We're going to get a little Symmetra strat coming out of Darkness here as they're looking to aggress through, teleport all the way over to this far right side. They're going to try to put the pressure on the... No, they're going to go and just loop back around, go all the way back to Mega, see if they can find a positional advantage on the objective. Eat once again on that Zenyatta, coming up with first blood, finding the pick onto the Roadhog of Arc Flash. That is going to force the rotation out of the defense. And all cold inside, coming up with a big pick. Knocks the Diva right off the edge. Soldier is going to respond back, counterpunch by taking out that Bastion. And the main source of damage is gone here for the defense. Arc Flash looking to bounce back. Fox is going to find himself a kill and put out an early tire right into the back. Oh, but he gets taken out. Darkness able to hide behind the safety of those Symmetra turrets. Nevertheless, Fox on that Junkrat, looking to equalize, looking to bounce back and hold on to this point. But it has been an absolute slugfest back and forth. Dust is settling. Looks like Darkness might pick up point A here.
Yeah, I think so, even though there's a good bit of contestant left available.
Oh, I mean, Yellow Yeti, excuse me, on that Zarya, coming out, is just stubbornly not wanting to get up this objective, finding those kills somehow, digging deep and finding a way to hold on here. I don't believe it. What a good hold here out of the defense.
You know, the real player, the real hero right there at that point was Dan Roses. You were talking about her before we went on air as well. Jumping out of the way of the Junkrat and Symmetra. Absolutely keeping a little bit of a presence on the point there, allowing JustBuck to frag out, and then getting Mellow Yeti back in on the Zarya. Kept that point for them.
Absolutely did. Now, I don't know whether they're going to be holding off another time. Look at the ult bank here coming out of Darkness.
I mean, it could happen.
Well, they're going to go ahead and teleport over to the right-hand side, same as they did before, and 2 quick kills come through this time. Darkness with a very strong start, and they've got all 6 ultimates in their bank here as they're looking to push all the way through. They're just going right over the top of the high ground this time, right onto the objective, wasting no time, laying down the hurt. They're going to get progress going here. This should be it this time. We'll see if we get any last-second heroics out of the defense.
I don't think so. I think JustBuck is going to go ahead and say enough is honor and valor is served. Go back and get ready for his defense of the second point. He let the pulse bomb out, didn't really find anything with it. I thought that was going to be a bit of a good ultimate there. I mean, it looks like they're getting ahead of their shield. That's one of the things that I'm seeing right now, and it's something that we drilled into ourselves as tank players. Play behind your shield and make sure that your supports are playing behind your shield, and they're getting caught out before, or they're getting caught out ahead of the shield. So I think there's a little bit of positional errors going on from Arc Flash Academy right now.
And they're going to have to be careful of this snowball. All 6 ultimates coming online here for Darkness on the offense. Now, Arc Flash does have a few of their own, including both of those support ults that Soundbarrier are coming online directly. We'll see who's able to strike first. Teleport right onto the objective here for Darkness, and they're going to open up with a Transcendence as well as that Photon Barrier. Now we're going to get a tire coming out the other way, but it finds nothing but equipment. Graviton Surge from the defense. Oh! The Darkness Cryptic on that Junkrat in particular, once again lighting up the feed with a big 3K tire. And that is going to give them a big advantage here on the objective. A Diva Bomb comes out, finds a kill on a Mellow Yeti as well. We'll see if we can get a retake coming back. We're going to get that Supercharger coming out from Arc Flash as they try to come back in, but one by one, they're just throwing themselves into a hail of damage coming out of Darkness.
Absolutely, but they used all 6 ultimates there.
They did.
Outside of Darkness. They used all 6, and they didn't even capture the whole point. That is absolutely huge.
Yeah.
Stall and hold.
That respawn advantage coming through.
I think they need to really build on this. That was an absolutely freakishly good hold.
Well, and that Symmetra teleporter coming out of the defense even caught me off guard as the whole rest of the team was able to get right back into that choke in the blink of an eye. I think that teleporter might have just saved the defense right there.
Yeah, absolutely. JustBuck swapping over to the Symmetra there from the Tracer. I would call that fortitude or forbearance.
I like them both, but it is going to be Darkness finding first blood here on this next attack. They just need a precious 33%. We got the Photon Barrier coming out of the defense here, just trying to stave off this aggression, give them time to get their Lucio back into play here. They're going to do just that. It is a 6v6 coming back here onto this point. No ultimates on the board, and Fox with the swap over to that Doomfist coming through with 2 big picks, dropping in that back line and demolishing the members of Darkness here. This is going to be back to the drawing board with 2 minutes on the clock here for the offense.
Oh my goodness, this change of tactic coming from Arc Flash is absolutely providential. That was the word I was looking for earlier. Fox is already 90% or 90% on his way to his Meteor Strike. And looking at, you've got the Zarya now, and you've also got the Symmetra and a Doomfist. That is not your traditional comp, but it's working.
Yeah, it's a very interesting build here. I think just the individual efforts coming out of Fox and JustBuck are combining for some great results. Now they're going to have to deal with another tires. Cryptic has got this one online, and man, has he been so deadly with these today. We'll see if he can use it to help him get that last 33%. We're going to get a teleporter going onto that back high ground. Here comes that ultimate Reptire into the back. That's going to find the Doomfist and the Mercy. and a quick 2-man lead. Graviton Surge coming out from the defense, but the Immortality Field is there. Your Soldier able to keep his team alive through it, and a Diva Bomb comes out from Darkness. That finds the Lucio. Transcendence coupled with it, as well as an Amp Matrix. Everything in the kitchen sink being thrown at this last 33%, and Darkness will pick it up. And 2 points on the board here for the attacking team.
I mean, they got it under a minute though. I mean, based off what we saw from the first point of the map, you would have thought they would have had 4.5 minutes in the time bank. Swaps coming out from DPS on side of Arc Flash Academy was absolutely perfect to counter what was going on. You know, I want to say that also Darkness, their Symmetra play right now is absolutely gross. They got behind Arc Flash there. I don't think they knew. I think they caught with their pants down. That tire coming out from Kiratik, another massive tire coming out from him, is what's sealing the deal right now. I think they need to shut down the Junkrat. They should be focusing Kiratik on every single aggress that's coming at their way, because right now he is just owning them.
And Gloomy on that Symmetra. I mean, just some wonderful placement on those teleporters. Some good heads-up play. You could really tell that Darkness prepared for this map and brought some strategies to the table here today. They knew exactly what they wanted to do, and they executed very well there on that last assault.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was just bang on perfect. I mean, but the defense from Arc Flash, this has got to give them some kind of spark, some kind of fire into their butts to get going, and maybe take a snowball here. Maybe get a couple fortunate first picks, and maybe they can snowball on the second point. I think they can do it.
Well, they're bringing us Orisa Zarya is what they're showing us out of the gate. We'll see if they stick with this. Gates are open, and it looks like they are going to stick with this composition. Unusual tank line coming out. We'll see if it can serve them well. They're going to have the Junkrat buck on that Symmetra once again, see if they can teleport in. They're going to do just that. Try to bypass that early choke going through this right-hand side. They're going to have to deal with this Junkrat, though, as Mello runs into a trap, and the Zarya is down to 15 health, super low. Cryptic comes up with not 1, but 2 kills. Make that 3! Cryptic on the rat. Popping off, holding on here for the D.
That was a weird transporter coming out from Just Buck. I think he missed his mark, and I think everybody took it, expecting it to go to the right way, and Kiratik just absolutely ate them for lunch. I say, because I'm in France. My baguette's good for you.
Well, now we're getting a nice little strategy here. Arc Flash coming back. They're going to go ahead and teleport low and try to get onto the objective. Putting some pressure onto the Mei. Cryptic going low as well. There's a lot of damage coming out. Both teams low on health. Man, it is Arc Flash is finally going to tip the tide and find the kills. They light up that feed with a quickness, making their way onto the objective. Darkness was forced to try to put the pressure back onto him after they claimed the point, and they just ran into a bunch of damage. I think, man, killer play coming out of the Baptiste there for Arc Flash. Able to keep his tanks alive through that engagement. My goodness.
My goodness, that was absolutely perfect immortality field coming out from Dan Rose's there. Also, the play from Whittycap, his shield and his positioning there, I thought he was going to go down a couple of times. Once again, you cannot deny the play of a really good support player.
Absolutely, and the impact it can have to completely turn in the tide of a battle. Now we're going to have Arc Flash coming through on this right-hand side. Diva a little bit out of position. Nice. Hulk came through, but she was just barely able to escape. We have the tire come through from the other side. Fox able to find that kill. No damage from that ultimate. But now Darkness is going to put the pressure on as they move into this top area, trying to force a member of Arc Flash back down. But Fox can go and throw a tire in the mix. That finds one. Mello finds one as well. And it's a 3-man advantage here for the offense as they move on to point, look to claim their ground here around the statue.
Oh my goodness, this is absolute massive aggression coming in from Arc Flash Academy right now. They have got them on the ropes right now. Supercharger invested by Whittycap right now.
They're going to find that kill onto Gloomy. Amp Matrix coming through as they're going to put the pressure onto the Orisa and the Baptiste that are standing on point. Amp Matrix coming out from the defense, but it's not going to be enough. The Graviton Surge finds nothing because they were whittled down so fast, but the Diva Bomb from the other side finds 2. I don't know if it's going to be enough to shut down this offense. Only time will tell. 4 members of Arc Flash still left on the objectives. They're dealing with the staggering members coming from Darkness on the defense. Tracer there. Tracer goes down.
Oh my goodness.
Baptiste onto the point. They've got to watch out for Cryptic on this Junkrat, though. He's going down low. They got Cryptic. Cryptic is down. That's a big win condition settled there. Now Supercharger coming out on the other side. This defense is looking to stabilize. And Swiggity! It's going to be Swiggity on the Monkey, who is able to find the kills and finally find some stability here for the defense. Darkness is going to hold on.
Oh, Swiggity come out with the Winnie. Let's go.
Comes out with Winston and absolutely caught him off guard, laid waste. It was just the ticket, just what Darkness needed there.
Oh my goodness, I thought that was a done deal point with 4.5 minutes left in the time bank, but no, we are now at 3:25 for Arc Flash Academy. They do have some ultimates about to come up online. They've got the Symmetra Wall ready to go. Oof, man, a lot invested into that almost capture there. They did get 1 tick there, so they only have 2 ticks to go. I think that their play is absolutely right now. They got to contend with the Winnie though.
Well, the good news for them is a lot of investments came out from the other side in the ult department, so we only have 1 ult online for both sides. Of course, it is the tire here for the defense, and Cryptic on that Junkrat. They have to find a way to shut him down and to keep this tire from getting some massive value as it comes in. And there it is, Dan Roses with the Immortality Field, able to survive that first barrier. 1 hill overcome, and now the offense looking to push in. Good Halt coming out, and they're going to aggress forward, try to put the pressure on the Darkness. Halts and bubbles used. Can they find the kill? So far, it's a stalemate around this doorway here. Oh, JustBuck winning the duel on the objective. With a little help from Tracer there. Fox on the Tracer. Got Pulse Bomb online, ready to go. As it is just chaos here on this objective. My goodness. What on earth? Who will emerge victorious from this absolute chaos? There it is. That's the ticket. The Graviton Surge. Pulse Bomb combo. That is just what Arc Flash needed. They got progress going. Almost 2 ticks picked up on the board here. We do have Swiggity on that monkey coming back with the Primal Rage. We'll see if it's going to be enough to hold off here on the defense. Supercharger out from the offense, though. They can whittle him down pretty quick. They're not putting enough pressure on him. They are not doing the damage to that monkey. Okay, he pops Primal immediately. That drew all eyes onto that angry monkey. He's down to 80 health, but the health coming through, the healing coming through for his team, and all the while, that clock whittling down for Arc Flash.
Oh my goodness, there's so much aggression going on. There's so much going on everywhere right now. They've got the numbers. They've got the ults coming up online too. It should be very quickly done.
There it is. With a $1:38 in the clock, they're finally able to capture that and emerge victorious through that massive slugfest. My goodness.
I'm sweating here, and I'm not even playing right now. So yeah. The bubbles coming out from Mellow Yeti right now. He's one of the unsung heroes for Arc Flash Academy right now. The bubbles he is putting out when he is putting them out, not only is it getting his charge up and he's able to just laser people down like Kiratik is. I think that's part of the reason why they are having such a hard time with him right now, is that he is playing on that Zarya and he is getting all that residual charge going into not only his own personal bubble but his allied bubbles, and he is just lasering people down. But Dan Rose is on the Baptiste right now, putting out the Immortality Field when it counts the most. He is getting the most value out of these Immortality Barriers that are coming out right now. Let's see what kind of a response is going to come out from Swiggity and Darkness.
Yeah, Dan has done absolutely just picture perfect with those immortalities, like you're saying. It's been a huge reason they're able to stay in this. Arc Flash with a little time bank lead. Going on the defense
a little bit,
here.
38 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I do a lot of tiers. We go across all the tiers, right? The play coming out from them right now is worthy tier 2, tier 3. Absolutely.
And I think so far they've identified the win condition that they have got to shut down Kiratik on this Junkrat. That's absolutely needs to be their top priority as far as I'm concerned on this defense, as he is sticking with this, seems to be signature hero. Darkness going back on the offense. See if they can make something happen here in extra innings.
Let's see if they're going to run this Symmetra strat again.
Looks like they're coming out with the Tracer this time around. We're actually the Torb on the side of the defense here. I like this. Able to try to hold down this back left room. Darkness is continually want to come around through the police station. Torb trying to shut it down. He's going to fall back to point. Duel here with the Tracer. Throw out his turret, trying to help with that. Whittle down super low as a little duel going on in the back line. Meanwhile, on the front space, you have the front line of Darkness going to push all the way around through Mega. As the trays were killed, the kills were traded, forgive me, on the objective. 5v5 coming on to the point. Oh, nice! Halt comes through. All cold inside on the Lucio, coming up with 2 big picks. And the defense of Arc Flash showing up big right there at the end, getting the kills right when they matter.
That was a laser tunnel right there. The halt from Wittycap, pulling them all together. Mellow Yeti was already like 60, 70 charged from what I could see from up here. And yeah, that was just a laser fest. There was no way they were getting through. And the turrets from Fox Ninetail just finished the workup. It was just all blue.
Yeah, the builder comp worked for him there. I liked it a lot. And they knew they had a limited time bank. They knew Darkness only had one chance. And if Darkness didn't correctly guess what comp they were going to be running, or if they didn't adapt quickly enough, I mean, the double builder comp caught them off guard, and it worked.
I mean, it was filthy. Yeah, it was absolutely filthy coming out from them. I was not expecting to see the Torque come out there. And against that Tracer from Gloomy, it was the absolute perfect pick. Even though he lost his life, the turret secured the kill for Torbjorn there. And yeah, there was really nothing else they could do at that point. I think that Kirtik almost had his tire ready to go, but he got lasered down in that tunnel of death. On the Mega side there.
Yeah. all the lasers, all the turrets. What a composition. Darkness coming out on defense, bringing us some bunker comp. What are your thoughts here? We got Junkrat Bastion here on the defense, and they're sitting back on this top high ground. I like it. Very creative. Nice. Very conservative.
Yeah. I'm liking the right hand aggression coming out from the side there too, from the spawn there.
Well, Arc Flash wasting no time coming back in here with the soldier. Oh, Gloomy on the Bastion. Picks up that all-important first kill and second, taking out the Orisa and the Lucio here on the side of Arc Flash. They do lose Kirtik in the process. No, this fight is certainly not over. Darkness not out of the hot water just yet. They're going to try to drop down and contest as Arc Flash is moving on to the point. JustBuck comes with a big kick. Now the res coming through onto that Bastion. Yeah, it's a huge res as the Bastion's looking to try to get set up again, but no! The Symmetra will not let that happen when he captures their attention onto the Baptiste. And Arc Flash cleaning up here, that focus fire coming through for him here on map 3, and I think they might have done this. Little cleanup coming through, but this should be a point on the board here for Arc Flash. Boom! Paris is done. We've got ourselves a game, folks.
Woo! I like it. I like it from both teams there. In the end, the right hand upper hold, harkening back. Here's the laser tunnel, by the way.
Oh, this is deadly. This is so deadly.
Tunnel. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
So filthy.
Oh, that was awesome.
No, but I mean, both teams took a very unique setup there. A little bit more vanilla coming from Arc Flash, but it worked. They got their Symmetra portal right where they needed it to be, and they ended up getting underneath of the balcony there, and ended up just shredding. JustBuck got his photon barrier very quickly there, and that's what absolutely sealed the deal for them.
Well, we'll be back momentarily. I'm going to get this image aligned for you because my image didn't line right. And then we'll be back here with map number 4. Y'all stick around. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, my friends. We are headed into map 4. Dorado will be our escort map for this evening here in our preseason matchup between Darkness and Arc Flash Academy. Arc Flash coming out winning map 3. Is this the start of the reverse sweep here, Billy?
It could be. As I made a boo-boo there and put us back into Paris.
No one noticed.
JustBuck says, I'll play Paris again. And Swiggity says, nope, we won't. Going into Dorado, this is one of my more favored maps. You got so many different compositions you can run in here from point to point. So that's my biggest thing, is that I want to see, what kind of compositional changes, what kind of compositional flexes we're going to see from both sides. With Arc Flash coming out on the offense, they've got a very interesting comp looking out. And then the defense looks like we might have almost a brain basher. I call it a brain basher comp because you can't decide who to go after.
Yeah, I like the far pick coming out of the offense. Again, we need to get the side swap. We're going to have Arc Flash attack it first here once again. You can see Kirtik up on the high ground here with the Junkrat land some hurt down, start things off, kind of poking and prod, see if they can find an early pick. Nothing come through just yet. JustBuck up on the far. trying to see if he can find an open, trying to find a way around that shield. Concussion Blast is going to come out and send the D.Va back to the low ground. Oh, and she misses the boosters back to the high ground there. The D.Va from Darkness might be in trouble. Swiggity looked like able to get that DM up just in time and get out of harm's way. Now the pressure coming up onto the high ground. Just Buck able to find a kill onto the turret. That's going to open things up. Prompt a rotation coming out of the defense here. Darkness dropping down. Victorious fell right into the damage coming out of Arc Flash and drops early. Swiggity going to get demeched as well. And this is a heck of a good start coming out of Arc Flash here on Dorado.
Absolutely, and I think that little bit of a misstep from Swiggity there with his booster failing caused them a little bit of an issue. Also, Just Buck on the far using his Concussive Blast to knock Darius down. Big move coming out from him.
Now, Arc Flash not quite out of it just yet here. Gloomy's going to pick up an early kill, and Karatik's going to answer right back, finding a kill onto the DPS from the other side. Torius finding a kill onto a counterpart Orisa, and the defense of Darkness will hold on here on the back of Statue, holding around Fountain. Oh, even the Far cannot escape the death and destruction coming out of Darkness here on the defense.
Yeah, I mean, the turret placements are really good coming out from Gloomy. He also has his Molten Core online, so in case the next time they want to have a little bit of an ego and try to push a little bit too much, he's going to have that ready for them. Kiritix is getting his tires at a rate of about 2 to 1. Oh my goodness, that was a huge.
Yeah, with some excellent picks like that. Now they are going to get the res. We are back at a 6v6. But man, does that help that ult charge just right along? And you can see that Darkness here with a plethora of ultimates online and ready to hold here on this first point.
Absolutely, but I think that, lose the pharmacy. I think losing the pharmacy, this could be massive.
Yeah, D.Va Bomb coming in from the defense. Oh, it is going to find all cold inside. Lucio is gone. And that might hurt the ability to aggress in here without that speed. We'll see if Buck can answer back, because he's looking to put some hurt down on Torius on the Orisa. Not enough damage to find that pick.
Yeah, I think the sustain from Darkness right now is a little bit too much. They were doing good at the beginning, but I just think it's too much right now.
We're going to get Tire coming out from Karatik, and it's going to find all cold inside once again. Victim to the Junkrat. Karatik finding the kill onto the healer, and now that's going to prompt them to move forward, pursue this aggression as he goes in looking for more. Finds kill onto the Pharah, and with just 70 seconds on the clock, Arcfast struggling here on first point.
Fox Ninetail does have his tactical visor ready to go. They also are investing a whole hog into this. There goes the kill onto the Junkrat of Karatik. This has got to be your turn. This is your time to push.
Yeah, it's a good opening, but they're kind of right into the matrix from the other side. Being able to find that res onto the Lost Lucio, get them back at full strength there. We're going to get Molten Core coming out from the defense. Fox dropping attack visor in the backline, though. See if he's able to find anything. Interesting flank as he's walking hand in hand with the enemy Orisa here. Witty Cap coming up with a big pick onto the Torb. But Darkness not done. They're going to answer right back, find it. 2 kills of their own. Fox goes down in the backline, getting himself a little out of position, a little too greedy. But once again, a massive, massive brawl here on the objective between these two teams. It looks like it's a 2v2 left on the objective. Of course, this respawn advantage is going to favor the offense here.
I'm totally digging the Lucio versus Lucio battle between All Cold Inside and more Giants Vein right now. This could be the change of the map here. Who's going to win out? He's got the sound barrier available and online.
Well, just pressing down on the first objective, and they're already into overtime. Arc Flash in desperation mode. Mello gonna open things up. Looks like he's cool under pressure, finding 2 early picks, but Swiggity answers right back 5v4, favoring the offense here. Swiggity finds himself another D.Va Bomb, takes the Far out of the sky. It's gonna be a 4v4. Gloomy picks up a kill with the hammer, and the defense here looking to hold on. Sound barrier comes out, Supercharger there for Darkness as well, and this is gonna be an uphill battle here for Arc Flash, as they're just running into too much damage. Can they get their reinforcements back in time? Woody Cap is surviving the hammer down, but it was not enough. It is going to be a great hold coming out of Darkness here on the defense.
The thing that tipped that battle in the favor of Arcans right there was Swiggity's self-destruct coming out and taking Just Buck out. Just Buck had Barrage available online, ready to go. And it was already into overtime, so you knew there was going to be a delay. So, I mean, that absolutely stopped the aggression coming from Arc Flash Academy. I'm telling you right now, they need to go more brawly. They should have swapped off that Pharah a lot earlier. That was kind of a ding dong play there from Arc Flash, because they had Torb turrets up. You know you're going to take damage from that. So I mean, you're just feeding into the ult charge of the Torbjorn when you're doing that.
And I think perhaps they felt like they could counter the Junkrat with that Pharah play. Why didn't that work? Why wasn't the Pharah able to find the space that she was looking for around that Junkrat and around that bunker composition?
Because of the Torb turret. His placement was absolutely key. I don't think that they had enough backline pressure to take care of the supports of Darkness.
And we saw Fox.
I think.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
I was just saying we saw Fox go to the backline and try to deal with that. And was forced in just such an awkward position to try to find an angle. He got caught out, was taken down.
I think the shielding is also an issue right now. I think that running the Roadhog while good and while self-sustaining, your ultimate is a liability to your team, and you have to pour so many resources into him when he does pop his whole hog, that it's just not worth it in my humble opinion.
Well, now we're going to get this bunker composition, a little bit of pirate ship actually, coming out of Darkness on the offense here, as they only have 70 meters to go. Defense holding underneath the choke. They're going to go ahead and teleport up to the other side. Oh, I like this. I like this. They're surrounding the pirate ship here as you have the Junkrat on the high ground, Symmetra down low, putting the laser in. And Rez comes through onto the bash ship. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Great opening defense here for Arc Flash.
Well, the res coming out onto Gloomy was good because it takes Just Buck out on that Symmetra, but, you know, that's a long way to get back, and you've only got 70 meters to go.
Absolutely true. It didn't work out. Kirita going to go ahead and swap over to the far. In fact, we're going to get double spam coming out of this offense here now. Going off of that pirate ship composition. Not liking what they ran into there. Getting surrounded up on that high ground. Now they're going to try to lay all the spam they can into this choke. Fox going to drop a tire into the mix, hoping to help this defense hang on. He's got to work with that Immortality Field. Does not. Immortality Field able to keep Darkness alive through that tire. Mello going in. Oh, separates Gloomy from the rest of the pack. Finds a good early pick. Just Buck comes up with 2 nice kills as well. And the defense from Arc Flash looking strong here in this choke.
Yeah, absolutely. 2.5 minutes left in the time bank for Darkness to get to that 70.77 meter mark. However, Just Buck swapping over to the Soldier, getting a hit scan out and taking care of the far in very quick order.
I like the swap as well. Now Just Buck on the high ground, putting some pressure down, making sure to deny that airspace, denying that Pharah room to work, just at least letting her know that he's there and he's making sure that Pharah does not have any airspace. Now we're going to get Graviton Surge comes out to the other side. Kills go back and forth as the DPS taken out from both teams. Oh, but Darkness is going to lose Tarius, and without their Orisa, this is going to be extraordinarily difficult. They're going to throw a bomb in, trying to open things up, and it does find one. They do find the res onto that Orisa.
Yep, and they still got the Pharah in the back line from Kirtik. This could be a very nasty scene here as he gets closer to that barrage. It could be lights out. Oh my goodness,
oh,
Kirtik is lighting
Kirtik finds 3 before finally getting taken out by the Soldier with the help of the Supercharger and the damage boost from the Mercy. Those rockets were doing obscene amounts of damage, and that is it. Your opening match of preseason is done. Darkness will take it 3-1 here tonight.
That is some absolutely filthy play coming out from Darkness, going up 3-1. We're still going to play the 5th map, I believe.
No, it is first to
sure.
3. It is first to 3. That rule, yes, that rule did get adjusted a little bit. We could get verification from the admins on that. From what I heard earlier, this is a proper first to 3 and should emulate how OWL is being run this year.
I'm going to go ahead and get that right now.
Go ahead and verify that. I will sit here and keep our viewers engaged as we figure out whether we are headed to a final map. I don't believe we are. I think this is it. We are Dudski. Once again, big shout out, much appreciation to the community out there for your support this evening. Well, that is going to do it for us, folks. Billy, thank you for joining me in the booth. A pleasure, as always, to cast with you, my friend.
Absolutely, everybody. Like I said before, take care of each other. And I'm not going to steal your line, but
oh no, I'll close.
Just be good to each other. Check out the elderly if you can. I know that we're not really supposed to, but they're still our neighbors. And you know, just be human. It costs $0 to be a decent human being.
Darkness are your winners here tonight, 3-1 in our opening preseason matchup. Well, y'all look out for each other in game and out. As always, have a wonderful evening. We'll see you here tomorrow night.
Bye.